Good evening. Thank you everybody for coming out. This is great. How many of you believe that you should show an ID when you vote? Raise your hand. Okay, good. I thought so. Here's another tough one. How many here believe that they're good parents? Raise your hand. Okay. How many here have worked with their kids in different sports? Say lacrosse, soccer, don't be bashful. How many here believe that they are part of a good marriage? Maybe it might be the second time around, but they got nobody. Don't hit anybody now, okay? I mean, come on, it's okay. How many can make friends? Okay, that's good too. How many believe that voting is a sacred right that we should all do? Raise your hand. Okay. I'm the best candidate for this position. There's a reason why. There's three reasons. Proven leadership, proven involvement, and a proven vision. Let me talk about leadership. Started as an Eagle Scout. How many Eagle Scouts? Okay, there's one in the back. Good, okay, good. Went to the Naval Academy where you had courses to graduate. You had to take leadership courses. At General Electric, they had leadership courses. And what that led for me was an opportunity to do an Eagle project. Look it up. It's a lot of fun when you're 16 years old to be responsible for that. I was a division officer on a cruiser, electrical officer. I was in charge of taking a ship apart and putting it back together in 3 months, which is good. It's an indication of how much waste there is in the military. Right? At General Electric, I ran a flight test program. These are important things. It's part of leadership. That's what we need. Involvement. Show ID to vote. That's a big thing. A lot of you participated because you volunteered and you put in time to get councilmen elected and to get people in out of district elected because you knew and found out what it meant to secure the polls. It's a great thing. That's important. Vision. Oh, wait, one other thing. 2 years ago, I had 1,700 kids with air-powered marshmallow firing imitation smoothbore flintlock muskets, Cub Scouts, pretending that they were Sons of Liberty. And they spent 2 days practicing to be Revolutionary War soldiers. That's involvement in the community. Okay? Vision. It's a simple vision. If we don't get back to what made us great, which is local control, we're going to lose our country. If we don't get back to understanding that government shouldn't be smaller, it needs to be limited, we're going to lose our country. The debt, the spending, the bureaucracies, the rules and regulations, this is killing jobs and it's destroying the American way of life. 2 nights ago we had a debate. We had a section where we could ask questions. I asked some tough questions. I asked my opponent, what did he do for leadership? And he talked about his family, which is very good. But see, it's more than we need more leadership than your family, than making friends. A lot of us have done that. We need to send more than that down to Washington, D.C. I asked about the fact that he made a commitment not to register to vote. That's important. Everybody here raised their hands. It's very important. And for 8.5 years, be it September 11th, be it putting troops overseas, be it the Bush carry, be it Jim Oganowski or versus Nikki Sondas, he made a conscious decision not to register to vote, even for Barack Obama and McCain. We need to send better people to Washington, D.C. than that. That's a very important requirement that we fulfill our constitutional commitment, especially when kids are dying to protect our rights to vote and to have a free country. I asked about further leadership. He talked about AIG. And I know that I don't know that much about derivatives. But I do know that in 2008, every time I hear derivatives and hedge funds, I know that that's what took this country down. And I do know that we're going to be paying for that for a long, long time. And nobody's been held accountable for that. All right? These are the types of things. I asked for another example of leadership and I was told it was an excellent campaign. It was. There were some great people working. He's a great candidate. There was a whole group, endorsements from everybody. But the problem was there was no differentiation. What's the difference? See, in this election, we got to put more up. The Republican Party is only 11%. We're not going to win an election getting the Republican Party. We've got to get the unenrolleds. We've got to get the independents. We have to state what our vision is, which is freedom for everybody, which is opportunity for everybody, or we're not going to win any elections. It's that simple. Let's see, I've got 3 minutes. I remember a long time ago I'm thinking about something else, and it just hit me, but we're not going to change anything unless Congress really decides to lead by example. That means leadership. That means what you've done. I know everybody's running for different reasons, but I'm running because I understand that we have to lead by example. I firmly believe that Congress can cut their own pay by 20%, and they should. I know that Congress can buy their own health care, and they should. And I know that Congress should get rid and abolish their retirement pension, and they should. When you send people to Washington, D.C., they are sent there to serve. In the Navy as a junior officer, I had all sorts of ideas. Guess what? They didn't listen to any of them. Because I was a junior person. But we did learn how to follow orders. We did learn that we were responsible to our shipmates. As a congressman, we have to be responsible to you. You're the people that pull the trigger. I just turned 60 years old. I remember when we were young. I remember when we were great, so to speak. I remember when a young president looked at us on that grainy TV and said, we're going to go to the moon this decade. And we did. And he said the reason we're going to do it is because we're Americans. With proper leadership, we can do anything we want. A lot of you are 60 years old, or a little less, or a little more. Do you remember that feeling in your heart? It was really cool to be an American. We could do anything we wanted. I want that for my grandkids. I want that for my kids and for all the kids to feel that feeling again. See, we don't have that feeling today. It's not there. It could be. It could be there. That's why I'm asking for your vote and your support. I believe that I can represent you and help return that feeling. I'm Tom Weaver. My website is tomweaverforcongress.com. Thank you very much.
We have plenty of